I'm thankful to be leaving Parliament while there are still some people who want me to stay, and while I have more to give to this great country and the remarkable people who call it home.
Bill Shorten's announcement that he will retire from politics before the next election will leave a gaping hole not only in Anthony Albanese's cabinet in terms of the talent pool he takes in the next election, but also the Labor Party movement more broadly.
Through his years as leader, no one worked harder than Bill. No one brought more energy, enthusiasm, ideas and ambition to advocating for the need for a Labor government.
Bill Shorten is a figure who has loomed large over the party for the best part of the last decade, having been the longest serving opposition leader for Labor to his role in tearing down both Julia Gillard and Kevin Rudd. More than that, Shorten has more recently come to represent what's left of the sensible ideological ballast in a party that has moved wildly to the left since being elected. There are few left in the party that retain the philosophical commitment to the Hawke-Keating legacy. He is also one of the government's best communicators with a common man's touch that seems to have become a redundant feature of Labor in government.
It is obvious that Labor will not be able to form the next government. I wish Scott Morrison good fortune and good courage in the service of our great nation.
Having lost the 2019 election and then the Labor Party leadership to Anthony Albanese, Shorten's internal enemies have systematically set out to destroy him, led by the Victorian faction that has coalesced around Richard Marles. Yet this hasn't deterred him. On Bill Shorten's fridge in his Melbourne home is a magnet that he once bought from the Churchill War Rooms in Westminster. "Never give up," it reads. Friends who had often come to his house saw that as a sign that he would have to be taken out by his enemies in a body bag. Bill Shorten today denied his enemies that occasion. That's not to say he never dismissed the idea that he may one day return to the leadership, in the belief that the Albanese experiment would ultimately fail. That hasn't been the case. Yet Shorten leaves on his own terms with his integrity intact and a legacy that now looks impressive in comparison to many of his colleagues.
I've experienced some extraordinary political highs in the last 17 years, and let's face it, some extraordinary political lows. But there is not a single day in the last 17 years that I would hand back.
As one of his friends remarks, he takes up the job as Vice Chancellor of Canberra University in February next year on a salary that is actually better than Anthony Albanese's. For Anthony Albanese, though, Shorten's departure completes his mission to reshape the Labor Party around a leftist model. But the departure of someone of Shorten's stature also sends a message about his private concerns about the prospects of Labor's re-election. For someone as savvy as Shorten to pull the pin before the election sends a very strong message, and not a confident one.